Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'll keep this one quick. This is a video about all the, well, most of the items and things that you can put in stash for your new character to pick up and use from start of the game, or any character. But it's mostly about if you create a new character, what can you do, what can you stick on that character to make the process easier. So I've got the Explorer set. If you've got the blueprints for this, and you say, why has he crafted all those trousers? Right, so you can craft a tunic and you can craft trousers. You might get the other items drop, the hat and the boots, isn't it? If you don't, get yourself one of those, make 3 trousers. I've just found the trousers are easier to make. Trousers just need that. That needs a dents first, you've got to craft it. Anyway, whatever. Go to your transmute character. It's either this guy here or the one in Devil's Crossing. It's the Kasparov's assistant. It's the same old thing. That's right, so have a look at these trousers and see which ones are the best. Just have a quick look. So I've got 30 physique, 4% movement, 29, 6. Arguably that one's slightly better. So have a look at that one. 24 physique, 4%, 5%, 29, 10. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really make an awful lot of difference early in the game. Right, so those two. If you had one that was massively better, keep it. So that's the one I'm going to keep. These are the two I'm going to transmute. So what I want is, and you need loads of Eldritch Essence. I mean, if you're not massively far on in the game, you've only got 2 or 3 of them, don't waste it on doing this. Just don't. Right, so that's wasted. That's wasted. That's wasted. That's not wasted. And that was lucky. Okay. So I got an Explorer set. Now, why is that good? Well, because it gives you 5% experience gain on each bit. And if you put on, let's take this stuff off a sec. Right, so if you put it all on, you get 8% total speed, your offensive ability, defensive ability goes up, and you get 50% reduced stun, reduced freeze, and reduced petrify. And that's already maxed out because I've got other stuff on there that's doing it, but don't worry too much about that. So you can put that in your stash, and then when your new character gets to level, what level is it, 15, they can wear that stuff. So that's the first thing you can do. So you go over to your, yeah, you got to find a slot. I can buy a new one actually, so just stick that in there. So your new character can pick that stuff up out of shared stash. Now if you're revered with Malmouth resistance, right, so you can buy a bunch of stuff from their shop at Revered. So that's friendly, respected, honoured, and revered. Any faction that's revered, you can buy a mandate. If you look at that, reputation gain increased by 200% with Malmouth resistance. You get 4 times the rep. Devil's Crossing is kind of really good because DC is quite a difficult one to level up. So you can buy that. I'm not going to bother getting that one. I'll get the DC one in a minute. But if you look here, Potion of Clarity, it says untradeable. It means you can't trade it to other players in multiplayer, but you can put it in your, you can buy as many of them as you want. I bought 2. They are 40,000 each, and they give you an hour of double XP. So let's stick that in there. Right, let's do what I was saying. If I go to Devil's Crossing, any faction you can do this. You can go and buy a mandate. The writs are the ones that only work. So that'll only work, it's soulbound, it'll only work on the character that buys it. Okay, it's important. Don't think you can put that in shared slash, you can't. And that only gives you 50% rep gain. This thing gives you 200% rep gain, and you can put it in shared stash. And you can get that for all the factions that you're revered with. And if you, I wouldn't waste them, like don't go buying every single one, but when you create a new character, if you have a look on your existing character at the stuff in the faction shop and think, oh yeah, I need pet stuff or I need vitality damage, find the factions that do that and you think, I want to get that stuff quicker, or if you think you're going to need resistance stuff quicker from their augments, for example, this stuff, pierce resistance, poison, acid and vitality resistance. Yeah. Blueprints, once you once you buy a blueprint and read it, the smith on that roster can craft that thing for any character. So you don't have to keep repeat buying the blueprints, worth noting. So once you bought that, so say if I buy this thing, Devil's Girdle, right? That gives you +1 to all skills in Soldier. If you go and have a look at this, right, Devil's Girdle. I can't craft it. If I read that, I can. There it is. And that's the same. That'll be there. Any other character comes in, that'll be there on this roster. That character, I'll create a new character and come in, get the blacksmith. You'll be able to craft that by default from the start. The blacksmith stuff doesn't reset on each character. It's retained. Okay, so that's that. More good stuff coming up. Nip down to Conclave. There's a few things here you can get. I'll show you the stuff in Ultimate. This guy over here is the same in Elite and Ultimate and Normal. It doesn't really make any difference. It's him. It says Keeper of Iron. If you look on the map, it says Keeper of Iron. He's not showing up as that. He just shows up as like a normal NPC. Not like the Spirit Guide, which shows up as a Spirit Guide. And not like the Inventor, which shows up as an Inventor. Illusionist shows up. He's just not right. So click on him. I wish to purchase. So when you do that, you don't get a screen come up. You just get this text dialogue. 1 iron bar for 50,000. Now, let's just do that. I mean, I could buy a load, but let's just get the 50,000. So I bought it and it's gone into my inventory. There it is. Okay. And my money's gone down 998,298. So I can sell it back to him. I wish to make an exchange. Exchange 1 bar for 50,000. So I got my money back and you can buy it again. I wish to purchase 1 iron bar. 998. So you don't lose. It's just a swap. It's like a little bank transaction. Right, but what you can do is you can put that in here. Your new character can come in and immediately go and do that. And you go, oh, but no, I've got to unlock. No, you haven't. You haven't got to unlock Forgotten Gods because here's the next trick. Merits. Merits are really, really, really useful. This trader down here. Okay, so it's this trader. Let's walk away from the trader. This guy. Okay, it's not the Bewitched Smith, it's Agra, whatever, Cult Supplier. It's the only one in the game that sells this stuff. Tab 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 merits. This is an ultimate merit. It's called the Saviour's Merit. You can buy that. If you go into Elite, right, I'm now in Elite. This guy's the same. Exactly the same thing. I would purchase. You can buy the stuff from Elite. You can buy it in Normal as well, but the merits are different. Right. So I've got an Elite merit and an Ultimate merit. If you look at the Elite one, can be placed in the transfer stash to use on other characters. Unlocks Elite difficulty. Unlocks attribute skill rewards from quests on lower difficulties. Unlocks rift gates on lower difficulties, unlocks all inventory bags. So what that means is, put that in here, a new character. Now if you've got Crucible, you can just go and get it at level 1. If you haven't got Crucible, you've got to beat the Reanimator, unlock or rescue the other guy, unlock the prison, get into the prison, get to shared stash, so you can get that merit, and then you consume it. I can't consume it on this, because it says you've already unlocked this difficulty. I can't consume that one either. Same thing, you've already unlocked this difficulty. So the Elite one, I'll show you in a minute. I'll create a character and we'll use this. Saviour's Merit, that's the ultimate one. Unlocks ultimate difficulty, also unlocks Elite difficulty. It doesn't say it on there, but it does. Unlocks attribute skill rewards from quests on low difficulties. What this means is quests like the one where you get the Ether Crystal and you go to Kasparov and he gives you a skill point. On a new character, if you consume that ultimate merit, you'll get that skill point as if you'd completed the quest in Normal and Elite. It's so you don't, if you don't want to, you don't have to go into Normal and Elite. You could create a character, unlock Ultimate, and you could play in Ultimate from level 1 or 5 or whatever you were at. You don't have to do that. It's not saying it's forcing you to do that. What I like to do is, a speed leveling thing, is use the merit, get the rifts all unlocked on normal difficulty, go around and collect a bunch of lore notes, read them all with the XP pot on, and level up. If you ever look at I'll link the video, the cold and poison damage one, I actually did it in that, ran around, got the lore notes leveled up. And you can level up. It means you can bypass the first 20 or 30 levels. You can just get to level 30 or quite quickly, get your character going, and then run around in normal. Do the bare basics of the campaign so you can complete normal, so you can get to kill Loghorian and get into Ashes of Malmouth area properly if you need to do the campaign properly. Or you can just go and collect as many shrines in normal as you want and then play in elite properly. It's up to you. And you could think, well, if I do that, my faction rep won't be high enough. Well, yeah, that's why you got them. And you've got that money to give yourself starts. You can go and buy some gear if you need gear. You've got stuff in here. There's an arguably a much better, well, a slightly better leveling set, Lokar set, but it means you've got to have a character that's able to kill Lokar and repeatedly farm him. I'm not going to say, here's a Lokar set, use that. If you've got a character that's that high level and you're confident enough and you're repeatedly killing Lokar, you don't need me to be telling you this stuff. This is for people who have maybe got a character to Revered with a few factions, they've got into Forgotten Gods in Elite, they can get that merit, they can get the iron bars, they can maybe get a few mandates, maybe get some leveling gear by that, and your new character is going to be pretty much good to go. Right, there's other stuff that you can get. The Leovinus ring, I've got a load of these on this roster. I've got a load of them on most rosters. Yeah, 2 of them are in use on one character. That's the Leovinus ring. Now, you can get one of those on any character in normal, elite and ultimate. So on a character that's been through normal and elite Forgotten Gods, you will have 2 of them. So you can stick that in there as well. Now why that's decent is you get a 3% experience gain plus 15% all damage, 24% elemental resistance. That's really good when you're starting out. If you've got 2 of them on, you've got 48% elemental resistance right from the start, well, from level 10. Now that thing is, if you go to the Temple of Osir Rift, I'll shut up and I'll just run straight to where it is. Right, so the Leovinus ring is in that vase. I don't think it will be there now because I've already got it. Oh, it's there. Okay, so I haven't got the one in Elite, so there you go. I hadn't picked the one up on Elite on this character. Probably because I had so many of them in stash I didn't care. Right, so that's brilliant. So, actually, where was that? That's where the Temple of Osir Rift is. So you just hang a left or north or whatever you want to call it, hug the eastern wall of that bit, get into the hidden bit, come over here, break the vase, get the Leovinus ring. And you can get 2 of them. So you can get one in normal, one in elite, one in ultimate. Like I said, if you've got a character that's got to elite, you will be able to get 2 of those, and then you can use it as leveling gear. So I got 2. There you go. Like that. Now, hopefully, I haven't forgotten anything. I mean, there's obviously basic stuff you can do, like you can, if you've got old gear knocking around, you'll have it lying around in here. I've got some old relics. That, okay, you got to watch that one because you need a melee weapon. What you can do, as soon as you're friendly with any of these factions here, you can get movement skill things and you can buy them like that and you can put them in shared stash. Like this. Now that's level 1. But it needs to go on a medal. Yeah, I don't think you'll get a medal lower than level 14. But if you're leveling up and you hit level 14 and you're still running around in Act 1 in normal, you can get that and you can put it on your medal and you can have a movement skill straight away or almost straight away. Let's create a new character and I can show you how to do this. Right, so what you can do, if you've got Crucible, I'm not going to do this in Crucible, if you've got Crucible, you can go into Crucible and you can get this stuff out of Shared Stash and take it with you into the main campaign. Going into Crucible doesn't like turn your character into a Crucible character, it isn't locked to Crucible or anything like that. That's the wrong thing, John. Where's the flipping... Oh, he's over here, and there he is. Sorry. Right. So go into shared stash and you can pick all that stuff up in Crucible and take it in with you. Ta-da! Or you can do it the other way. I'll do this quickly. Go into main campaign, normal difficulty, start. Right, so as soon as you fumbled your way to killing the reanimator at level 4, you can go and open the prison.
I need some time to plan.
So I didn't level up, I didn't put any points in any masteries. Normal is reasonably easy. Now I've got access to this. Indeed. Right, so I've got access to all this stuff now. I'll use the elite one, not the ultimate one, so you can see what you get if you use the elite one. You can see on the map, none of the rifts are open anywhere. I consume that. I haven't got any inventory bags. Watch this now. Right, you may now access elite difficulty. I've got all my inventory bags. I've got a couple more attribute points and I've got 14 skill points, so I've got skill points from quests as well, and I can go anywhere I want on the map. I can go to Fort Icon if I want, and because I haven't progressed the campaign, the Fort Icon rift is safe. I can go down here. This is probably the best place to go because you've got your trader next to and you can start collecting lore notes. Right, so I can grab that. I've got 1,000 iron bits. I've now got 51,000 iron bits, so that's a good start. And I've got that. If you look at DC, tolerated, yeah, should have consumed that. Well, I couldn't, but there you go. Now I've got a plus on there that says bonus reputation 200%, so you're like 4 times the rep every time you get rep for DC. And what else? Yeah, you can use that. So yeah, I can do whatever I want now. So that's how you twink your alts. I'm not going to get into the whole how, you know, leveling up on lore notes and other stuff, like clever tricks you can do, but you've got all that gubbins in there that you can use from the start. If I had a medal which I can't equip to level 14, I could put that on it, and then I've got a movement skill early in the game, particularly good if you've got a class that doesn't have a movement skill, like Soldier's got Blitz, Nightblade's got Shadow Strike. If you're Arcanist or Inquisitor, they don't have those whizzy movement skills, so you can give yourself a whizzy movement skill. Right, I've probably missed some stuff out. If there's stuff I missed out that you want to call out in comments, call it out. This was really just a basic sort of how to twink your alt guide for people who have run around on a couple of characters, maybe got them leveled up enough to buy this stuff and they're wondering what to do and how to speed up the process of running a new character around. If you liked that, let me know. If you didn't like it, if you didn't like it, absolutely let me know, and I'll catch you all in the next video.